Crypto is crashing. I told you guys this would happen, and now we're in the heart of it. Let's talk about why this is happening and the big question, what your crypto and what some of the main cryptos could ultimately drop to as we see in this crash. So right now we see the market cap is down 9%, down to 2.26 trillion. You think about how crazy this is. 2 weeks ago, we were at 3.26 trillion. So we've lost a ton of money, and liquidity has been pulled out of the markets, and the bears are absolutely running things right now. Okay, so we're going to touch on kind of the main crypto. So in yesterday's video, I pointed out that Bitcoin could very, very easily hit 60 grand. And that if Bitcoin was going to 60 grand, everything else, XRP, Ethereum, was going to drop with it. So if we see Bitcoin at $60,000, we see it dropping steadily. We see XRP dropping to $1.22 right here. Ethereum dropped below $2,000. So we see that everything is dropping right now, and Bitcoin is dropping like crazy. So if we see Bitcoin drop to $60,000, everything else will ultimately follow like they have been. So we're going to kind of get into what prices we could possibly see as they go lower and lower out of all these cryptos and why this is happening. So first, we're going to talk about why the crypto market is crashing right now. So we have 5 main things that we're just going to touch on briefly. Is one, broad risk-off sentiment across markets. Investors are pulling money out of risk assets like crypto as fears rise about economic outlets and monetary policy. Bitcoin and major altcoins are dropping sharply, along with tech stocks, driving a market-wide sell-off. Number 2, heavy liquidations of leveraged positions. As prices fall, leveraged traders get margin called forced selling. This creates a cascade where falling prices trigger more liquidations, adding downward pressure on prices. Number 3, institutional and ETF outflows. Institutional investors in crypto ETFs have seen net outflows, meaning more holders are selling than buying. Reduced institutional demand weakens price support and dries up liquidity, which liquidity is completely dried up right now. Number 4, weakening investor confidence. After a period of enthusiasm, confidence has faded. Prolonged declines in big names report layoffs or downscaling, like crypto exchange restructuring, signal caution, pushing more investors to sell, which is happening right now. So macro monetary policy concerns, which you've been seeing a lot of in the past few days with the Federal Reserve Chair and all the uncertainty that's been bringing that. We already took a hit with that. So worries about interest rates, which is the main big deal in this macro concern. A hawkish federal policy outlook or slower economic growth leads investors to favor safer assets like bonds or gold, even though we saw these drop, or over volatile crypto, contributing to selling pressure. So these are kind of just 5 main things. I'm not really going to go too in depth on them. Just the main thing is that the crypto market is crashing and the price will continue to drop. And I think the main thing that we should all care about more than, obviously we want to know why this is happening, but we want to know what our crypto is going to drop to, what our crypto is going to be looking like. And that's what I'm going to be touching on in a second. Like I said, like I said yesterday, it was very realistic that Bitcoin, hit 60 grand. So we're going to kind of talk about how this could affect the XRP and also get into Ethereum too. So we're going to start up here. So if Bitcoin, this is the current price as of this recording of this video. So if it drops to $60,000, just $60,000 flat, it could easily go below that, but I'm just using that as a base reference for Bitcoin and all the other the main cryptos right now. So this would be an 8.66% drop. So almost a 9% drop, 8.7% decrease. So we could see that that's Bitcoin going to 60,000. Now let's see XRP. I said do an 8.66 drop from $1.22. The recording of this video, XRP, that is the price. So if we do that, we see $1.11. But I honestly I think $1.11 is a little bit conservative. See, I believe we could see a stronger percent decrease, and I think we could see XRP go closer to $1. And so I think if if you take the math and do 1.22 minus $1, 11 cents is half of that between $1.22 and $1. So we could see if you times the percent increase, it could be around an 18% increase if XRP goes down to $1. And you do that 18% increase. Now do a 18% decrease. Excuse me. I was saying increase. I meant decrease from 65,000. We'll just do it for an even number. So if we see an 18% decrease, which we could see in XRP, if XRP hits $1, we could see 53,000. I'm using $60,000 as a guideline, and I think it could be conservative in some cases. So I think $53,000, guys, it could be realistic. Crypto is crashing hard right now. So now we'll just do 8.7% decrease from, and then we'll go over here to Ethereum 1,920. 1,920. So this is on the conservative side we're going to measure right now. We can see 1752 on the conservative side. And then we're going to do a 18% decrease from where Ethereum is at right now. We could see $1,574. I think this is realistic. So guys, I'm giving some conservative numbers and also some numbers that are below kind of the conservative area. I think XRP hitting $1 is very realistic. I think Bitcoin hitting $60,000 is very, very realistic. I think it will most likely go lower. I think that Ethereum is very possible to get in that $1,500 range, that $1,700 range, somewhere in between there. And I was talking about this yesterday, guys. I was saying that this is going to happen. We could see XRP hit $1.25, and now we're sinking below that. We can see Bitcoin hit $60,000, which I believe it will. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. I gave you guys some prices, so you guys kind of have a margin to kind of rely on, kind of in those areas. And that is all I have for you guys currently right now. Just updating you guys on the news. Obviously, what is most important to crypto investors like myself and you guys, what the prices are going to be looking at, kind of why this is happening. And yep. All right. So that's all I have for you guys today. Remember, if you like what I'm doing, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It really does mean a lot. I really appreciate all your guys' support. And yeah, let's get through this tough time together, guys. So make sure to subscribe. All right. Thank you guys for your time. I really appreciate you guys. Have a great day. See ya.